Sounded like a pretty exciting day of practice out there for the defense. You mind just tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely, man. We're starting to play together. A lot of guys came back. We got a lot of people, same faces on defense, a lot of new guys stepping up. So the energy is good, man. We've been battling all spring, spring workouts, winter workouts, and we're just ready to get out there. So, the energy's hot, and yeah, we're just ready.
How about the intensity of I mean, it looked like you guys, almost have to be held back a little bit as far as, being aggressive and everything like that.
Yeah,
Is that a good sign?
Yeah, that's the name of the game. You play with passion. You play with emotion, but don't let emotion play on you. That's the saying that our coaches always, strive to get implemented on us. And, that's one of the deals with me and Gabriel. We're really high intensity guys, so we kind of got to calm it down, breathe a little bit. Coach Kelly always says Debbie's our friend, deep, easy breaths, and, get after it.
Without giving away too much of what Coach Lynn is bringing, what have you seen from this this newest incarnation of the defense?
Well, it's about the same as Coach McGovern. We're a little bit multiple. We're still installing right now, so it's kind of a little different schematically, but pretty much the same stuff. But like I said, we're very multiple, and right now we're still implementing, so I don't know really all of it. But right now, it's about the same stuff that we have with Coach McGovern.
From a personal standpoint, what does he bring? What does he talk to you guys about? What are your impressions of Coach Lynn?
He brings a lot of passion, a lot of energy. He's coached at the NFL level, so his knowledge and everything, we got to try to soak that in. And he brings a lot to the table, obviously with his track record and everything. And we're just trying to soak it in, take a lot of notes in meetings, and just pay attention to what he's trying to get across to us, and take a little grain of salt each day.
You guys are competing with the offensive line quite a bit. What are you seeing for them? How are they kind of coming along? And is there anybody that's kind of stood out to you guys so far?
The offensive line's working great together, as a group. 5 guys up there. And Duke's leading the charge in the middle there, and spreading it out. So they're doing great. We're competing every day. We're getting them better. They're getting us better. So it's just constant battle. So they're all looking great.
When you think back to last season, what do you think this defense needs to do to take another step forward?
Just play together, and better communication on all levels, and last year we were decent, but we want to get to that good level, and things we need to do is just come together, gel together. We got a new defense again, and just kind of understand the defense, understand what the coaches want out of us, and go out there and execute. When it comes down to it, we got to execute.
It's only been 2 weeks, but do you think that's happening so far?
Absolutely. Guys are locking in the meet room and carrying it to the field, and we're executing. So yeah, absolutely, it's coming together.
And this is year 2 for you guys, right? So are you guys feeling a little bit more comfortable and confident this time around?
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing about transferring in. As soon as we got here, just want to compete. We really didn't gel with everybody as we wanted to. We were coming in, we're trying to take spots and things like that. So now that we got a year on our belt, it's kind of just like playing together. Especially with Coach Malloy moving into the whole D line. We're all playing together, all starting to see perspectives from each other in the film. We're creating a lot of things. So just being able to get on the same page with everybody, getting a year under our belt, and really getting to understand people on a personal level.
There seems to be a lot of rotation on the defensive line. What can you say about the guys that are to your left and your right, and how that's progressing this year?
Oh, absolutely. We always rotate. Like even last spring, we were rotating a lot, but that's just to get familiar with different faces. You're gonna be playing with different guys. One guy might go down, and another guy might step up, and that's just to get familiarity when we're going on the field. So we don't look too much into the rotations. We just get our reps, and we're all getting the same amount of reps. It's just what you do with those reps.
What are your first impressions of some of the new guys like Femi and Keanu and those guys?
Oh yeah, these guys are coming in and learning. They're picking up the defense kind of new. We're all learning it together. That's what's good about getting a new defensive coordinator, getting a new guy. You kind of learn all together. No one's has knowledge on the defense that you don't have, because we're all learning it together. And they're picking it up pretty good. So their knowledge on their IQs on football is pretty high.
Is there anything in particular that Keanu maybe does that you think really is going to boost this defensive line?
It's everything. I think he works well with our room. That's big. What Coach Malloy's big on. Recruit guys that work well in our room. And I think he's come in, with a great mindset and a great learning attitude, and just his technique and everything's following. So just coming in and working well with the room. I think that's one of the biggest things.
And how's it? You mentioned Malloy. How's that like having the outside linebackers and the D line kind of all together now, and maybe allowing you guys to be on the same page more?
Well, absolutely. We're all on the same page now. I got the same coach. It's taking time for the D tackles to learn the techniques and everything, because it's a little bit different from last year. But for the outside linebackers, we've been coached by Coach Malloy for a year under our belt now, so we kind of get to understand the techniques, and we're kind of teaching those guys and getting those guys along. But overall, it's really nice to have one coach for that whole D line. It just makes everything simple. Everybody on the same page. Everything's coming together.
And you guys, obviously, as edge rushers, get after the quarterbacks. What are your impressions of Dante and Colin now that they're in the system a little bit?
We're trying to learn the defense ourselves, so it's kind of like just focusing on us. So I'm not really looking at the quarterback who's out there. it's really just focusing on my reps and everything. But yeah, I heard they're doing pretty good, so we'll have to